It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Thunder out in Oklahoma City. And for Oklahoma City, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And Russell Westbrook last year going on a triple-double rampage over the back half of the season. Is he, in your mind, Shaq, the most exciting player to watch?
Well, he's the biggest triple-double threat at the guard position in some time. I can't think of a player who reminds me of him at this point, but this guy plays with a reckless abandon.
He's your athletic Lafayette Lever. I tell you, that's a name from the
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
Live from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the home of the Thunder, we're broadcasting from the Chesapeake Energy Arena. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Houston. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Houston, Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Nene is out there with Anderson, and it's Paul in at the one spot. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division, and as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs, but the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6. When I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the fourth and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
On defense, Houston, it's a 3-point game. Westbrook kicks to Gibson. Back to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. And he makes good on the layup. Westbrook's got his first bucket of the night.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. And went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, no close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And George with the stuff.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball to me. Executed to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
That drops. So it's the Thunder now. Pass to Gibson. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Paul against Westbrook. Paul dishes to Harden. The screen. It's Harden with the drive. The shot by Nene. No good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. He's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
And getting back to Nene, great impact. He looks and plays like a man possessed. Yet through last season, Greg, he's never averaged as much as 8 rebounds a game.
And, you know, his true value is measured in intangibles at times, not just on the stat sheet. He does all the dirty work so others can shine.
6 to shoot. Here's Cantor.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Poke loose. The drive by Gordon, and it's denied. Now here's Williams. No good trying to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by just 1. The second quarter coming up right up. And earlier, Chris Paul told us about the depth of their roster. So important for any team.
Our bench is amazing. It's so exciting because
when your starters feel that good about their second unit guys, that's a heck of a asset that a team can have. And if you've seen Chris Paul cheering from the bench, you know that it's very, very true.
And Kevin, that's the kind of team that's always been so much fun to play on. Everybody's really pulling for one another, no matter who's playing. Even in practice, with that kind of a team, you tend to have more fun.
And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Nene. Williams is out there at Patrick Beverly. Then there's Gordon, and it's Capella in a power forward.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. It's stolen by Ariza. Inside. Here's Williams. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Taj Gibson's checked in for Collison. Paul George comes in for Doug McDermott. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Roberson. And then for Houston, Anderson, he's checked in for Gordon. Harden comes in for Williams. And it's Paul in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Harden, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent, mainly Kevin Durant.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. They trail by 3. Pass to Canner. The shot by George, wide open. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Adams checked in.
Steven Adams.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Paul passes to Ariza. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Westbrook kicks to Adams. Dishes it to Cole. Back to Adams. To the inside. Westbrook, no good.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And Gibson sends it back. Here's Cole. He's covered by Anderson. From deep, George. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Westbrook against Paul. Anderson outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Anderson's got his first points in this one.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Adams' shot is off. Takes the three, and it's blocked by Adams. Harden has a wide open look. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Harden's got 6 points.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And the first half is now in the books. The Rockets on.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny, the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be looking back at the game's first half. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point. That does it for halftime, as the game is just about set to get going again. We send you back to Kevin Harlan and crew for the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Nene, what a contribution.
And he really just broke out the entire arsenal of post moves there in that first half.
And I think he might even have a few more tricks up his sleeve. I mean, he'll break them out as we start heading down the stretch. I'm sure of that.
Paul George is out there with Taj Gibson. Then there's Roberson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Thunder trailing by 8. Westbrook kicks to George. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. McDermott comes in for Taj Gibson, and it's Westbrook missing.
They've done their part here to run down a lot of missed shots. A solid rebounding effort.
Yeah, energy has been the difference, and they're fighting for every loose ball and giving as good as they get on the inside.
Nick Collison's checked in for George. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Thunder trailing by 12. And Roberson kicks to Cantor. He feeds it to Collison. The Rockets pull it in. Anderson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the third. Gordon dishes to Beverly. And the 3 off target.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
And it's Eric Gordon with the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now, here's Westbrook. And he converts the layup. Westbrook's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And the Western playoffs it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Here's Williams. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. The kick out to Williams. Shot clock at 5. From the line, Westbrook pulls it in.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Fires the 3, and the shot is good. Westbrook's got it back down to single digits for the Thunder. just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Beverly against Westbrook. Now here's Beverly. Tight defense on him. Nene at the elbow. Williams with a clean look. The good-looking shot from the wings. Williams has got 7 points here in this quarter.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And we've watched 3 so far. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Rockets leading by 9. Taking a look at the Rockets. We've got Gordon. Chris Paul is out there with Harden. Then it's Trevor Ariza. Then it's Nene in at the 5. They get it again.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, you know, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
And he gets it to go. And that's 11 points for James Harden.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
And George with the stuff.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Harden outside. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Harden doing it all. He's got 11 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for the Thunder. And a switch here also for Houston. Ryan Anderson is checked in for Eric Gordon.
You know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He talked mainly about giving them a different look defensively and dropping more bodies into the paint, saying, listen, they're eating us up on the inside, and we need to do whatever it takes to stop it. Guys, back to you.
Rockets leading by 8. Harden outside. And there's the pass to Paul. Now the dish to Ariza. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3. That one on George.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the 3-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And he makes all 3.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
No good from Gibson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Ariza goes in. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And it's 7 points for Ariza.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Here's Gibson. And he can't bank that one in. Well, Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Rockets.
You're right there, Steve. And one area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, Clark, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
Well, it deflates the opposition when you can be pesky defensively, and then it sparks your offense, and that's what happened for them. When you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's hard to overcome that kind of defensive pressure.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Harden. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Outside Gibson. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, James, no doubting a terrific win. Given the tough battles out here tonight and the competitive nature of this matchup, what does this win mean to you?
It meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. Guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
Mission accomplished, James. Thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden, who notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
There was nothing big.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports.